Hey guys, what's going on? How we doing? I'm Craig, and this is the Spirit of Vinyl. Happy Friday. Um, Hope you guys all had a wonderful week. Let's get this party started. The weekend is finally here. Hope you guys all have a good one. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Hopefully you get some cool stuff. Um, I'm hoping to. I made mine easy. I just made an Amazon list and told my kid, buy all this stuff here, so I should get everything I want. Here's a hint. That's all I gotta do with this room. So I should be getting new music, stuff for the turntable, so on. Anyway, happy Father's Day. Hope you guys all having a good week and everything's going well for y'all. I'm gonna continue on. This is part 12. Part 12 of the Epic Dumpster Find, which means I've only got one more to go after this. So next week, this series will finally be over. And you guys can be like, thank God. No, I really appreciate all you guys watching. Everybody's been enjoying this tremendously. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. A little bit of a warning here. Hope you guys like Krokus. Because apparently Mike, who was the previous owner of this collection that I found, must have loved Krokus, because I want to say probably more Krokus albums when it comes to like just one band than there was, and it's not like it's a ton or anything. So, but here we go. Metal Rendezvous, 1980 Japanese pressing. Nice, cool looking Obi right there. There's the back cover of that right there. Let's see here. I'm looking for a track listing. Oh, this has got Heat Strokes, Bedside Radio, Come On, Shy Kid, Tokyo Nights, Lady Double Dealer, Backseat Rock and Roll. Yeah, so Metal Rendezvous by Krokus. Let me get this all figured out here, guys. Sorry, I'm a little off. This has got a really cool insert with it. There's your English. It's the front page, pictures of the band, and then it opens up on the inside with the Japanese pressing, a nice live shot of the band, and then this cool picture on the back of it. So, pretty cool. There's the record, all nice and shiny as per usual. I don't know if that's Areola Records or how that's pronounced, but yeah, I highly doubt it's Nipple Area Records. But who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. So, all right. Next up, I got this is called Heat Strokes. This is a 45 12-inch single, 4 songs on there. This is also 1980 Japanese pressing. Basically, it is there's a track listing right there. So it is an EP, and honestly, it's been so long since I played it. I'm not sure if these are. Oh yeah, live in concert. Yes, both. So some of it's live and some of it's not. Let's see. Both tracks recorded live in concert from Vera Radio, Hilversum, Holland, with cooperation of Nos Divisive Radio Productive, whatever that means. It says both tracks. So, but there's 4 tracks on there. So I don't. It's been a long time since I played it. I've probably only spun this one time. All 4 of these songs are on Metal Rendezvous, so probably ended up playing that more often. There's your insert. Kind of a cool looking thing there. But yeah, it's got Heat Strokes, Tokyo Nights, Bedside Radio, and Shy Kid on there. So it's just one-sided. You got that there. And it is on the same... It is on Areola Records. It's a 45. Very cool, though. I, myself, was not a huge Krokus fan I do enjoy them. We'll get to the one, of course, you know, we all know the famous one, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, next up, this is Hardware, 1981 Japanese pressing. There's the front cover there. There's the back of it right there. There's your, yeah, there's the track listing on that right there. And let's, nice picture of the band on the insert. Opens up. And there's your English lyrics on the back. And let me, same label, Crocus Hardware. Very nice shape as per usual. So, I've listened to all of these at least once or twice. Very good stuff. Honestly, they're a pretty cool band. Then we get to this. This is Headhunter. This is a 1983 U.S. press, Indianapolis pressing. And this is the one, for me, this is the Crocus because it has Screaming in the Night on it. I am an 80s kid. I remember the video on MTV. I always loved that song. So I'm glad this was in there too. And if I was buying Crocus music, I probably would just buy this. So that would be the album. If I was going to buy on my own, that would be the one I would have bought. There's the inner with that right there. Got some advertisements for their previous 3 albums. And then there's the track listing on the back side of that. And that's an excellent album. Like I said, Screaming in the Night, that's enough for me. And now we're back in America, and we're at a different record label. These are on Arista Records. Said nice and shiny as per usual. Man, I'm all thumbs today. I keep dropping all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, Crocus Headhunter, that's a good one. And then next up is The Blitz, 1984 U.S. pressing. Midnight Maniac, Out of Control. These songs, there's the back of that there. I would buy this one too. This would have been one I would have bought if I was buying Crocus. I would probably just would have bought Headhunter and The Blitz. That's what I tell myself, but I know better than that. There's the inner sleeve on it. And also on Arista, but now we've got the black label, Arista label on there. So, and that's the Crocus that was found. Since then, I have bought a copy of Change of Address. So that's all the Crocus I have, but those ones there, those are the first Crocus albums I've ever owned, and that's because I found them. So, and they're good finds. All right. Next up, this is a compilation album from Germany from 1984. It's called Scandinavian Metal Attack. And this has bands like Trash, Oz, Bathory, 09, and Spitfire on there. Basically, it's these 5 bands, and they each have a couple of tracks each on there. So Oz, then Trash, Bathory, Spitfire, 09, then you go to the other side and the same thing. So, and the front cover is a painting of Thor's fight with the giants, it says. This is on RCA Records, and so this is a German press. Pretty cool. The only band I know on this list is Bathory. I have spun this a couple times. Very cool stuff. Not all of it's what I expected for Scandinavian Metal Attack. I expected bands like Bathory, but they don't all sound like that. They're not all that death metal type of sound. So, no inner on that. And there's the vinyl itself. Black RCA label. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a great cover, and you know, something I don't spend that often, but nothing I would ever get rid of. So, all right, next up, another. Now we're moving on to some new wave of British heavy metal style music. This is Angel Witch, self-titled 1981 Japanese. This is a 1981 Japanese press. This album came out in 1980. It's got the song Angel Witch on it. This is very cool stuff. I really dig this. This is early new wave of British heavy metal is what it sounds like to me. I mean, and whether they're British or not, I'm going to say they are. But yes, they are a new wave of British heavy metal band. Yeah, it sounds really cool. I really dig this. I dig the cover. Like I said, it's a Japanese pressing, but very cool. Very cool. Great songs. So, very cool stuff. And there's an insert picture of the band. The back of that is the Japanese part, and this one also opens up and has English and Japanese lyrics on it. But yeah, very cool stuff. Pictures of Baphomet right there in the corners. Yeah, very cool. It's a great album. I really enjoy it a lot. It's on bronze, on the bronze label. Excellent record that I do spin. Oh, I've spun it not a ton of times, but pretty often actually, more so. And that's a band also that I, probably never would have owned or whatever. It never would have crossed my mind to buy it. Some of these new wave of British heavy metal bands that aren't as popular as like Maiden or Priest or Motorhead or whatever you want to, not that Motorhead's new wave of British heavy metal. I don't know, maybe they are. But that style, those more popular bands, so bands like Angel Witch and the next one I'm going to show, never would have came up and crossed my mind. So I'm glad I found them because it opened that up to me. And the next one, this is Demon, Unexpected Guest, 1982, German pressing. And there's your, and I don't know much about this band either, but this is a very cool album, honestly. But yeah, another new wave of British heavy metal band is my guess on that. And that's more of a style than I would say necessarily having to come from England or whatever. So, but yeah, this is a very cool album. I really like this. I've listened to this a few times also, and I do enjoy it. There's the inner sleeves. And it is on Carrera Records. The cool Carrera red label right there. Excellent condition. Very cool stuff. But yeah, I like that one too. And that's another one I never would have, honestly, unaware of Demon before I found that. So, all right, next up, Iron Maiden's self-titled debut, 1980 Japanese pressing. I had a repress of this, and it's actually hanging on the wall over my head up here somewhere. And I play the Japanese pressing, and I play this very often. I actually spun it last night. If you saw my shorts, you saw I showed the picture of this. So I actually spun this last night, coincidentally. But yeah, what can be said about this album? I mean, this is a killer record. It's got Prowler, Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, Phantom of the Opera, Charlotte the Harlot, Iron Maiden, Transylvania, and Strange World. I mean, every song's a hit. So, just what a killer debut album right there. That's for sure. And there's the insert. Look how cool this is. There we go. Pretty badass, right? And there's all your Japanese stuff there. So that's the insert on that. And these are on EMI. Got the cool label with Eddie on it. Very nice. Like I said, I spun this last night. It sounds brand new, essentially. It's, near minty. Very minty. Sorry, there's something on there. Might have to switch out that inner. And finally, for today, Iron Maiden Live Plus One, 1980 Japanese press. This is this one's a misprint. This is basically, it's basically the Made in Japan album. But it doesn't have all 5 songs that Made in Japan had. It's got Sanctuary, Phantom of the Opera, Drifter, Woman in Uniform. So it's not really the song Sanctuary, Phantom of the Opera. So yeah, it's kind of like the Made in Japan album. And that track listing, I have that over there, but that's not something I found. So yeah, this was found, like I said, 1980. And this is a misprint. And if I can get this Obi to slide without screwing it up, I'll show you. There you go. There's the misprint right there. Play loud instead of play loud. And they noticed it. Apparently they shipped so many, they had so many printed before they noticed that. It's kind of a joke if you think about it. Instead of play loud, it says play loud on a Japanese pressing. I kind of find that funny. And they shipped them anyway. They knew they had it and they shipped them, and then they fixed it, but they shipped the ones they'd already printed. So, and there's the insert right there. It's got the women in uniform picture right there. And there's a picture there of Steve and Paul. Very cool stuff. Yeah, actually, not Steve, sorry. That's a guitar player. So, and it's an EMI label. Basically looks just like the last one. The same picture of Eddie on it. This one is a 45, and very cool stuff. So, yeah, I was seeing that in there. I was super excited when I, going through. I mean, I was excited about everything I found in this dumpster. But to see that self-titled debut Iron Maiden Japanese pressing plus Live Plus One, excellent stuff. So anyway, that's it for this week. Hey, a little bit shorter. I'm only 17 minutes in instead of 20. So, like I said, come back next week and we will have the final episode. And we can get back to enjoying that. So yeah, I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me on these nights and watching in the comments and all the likes and shares and everything. I really appreciate it. You guys are fucking awesome. Cheers to you all, and I will talk to you all later.